everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the center of the universe, James Colton, and today I am coming with you for the highly anticipated video, my very first ever Q&A. So if you want to stick around and see if your questions got answered by me on my new YouTube channel, stay tuned. And yeah, it's time we begin.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Getting right into the video with my very first ever question, and my first questions come from my loving and dearest sister, my YouTube manager, Jasmine. Her first question to me is, what is your purpose for your YouTube channel? And I had to be honest, my purpose of my YouTube channel is just to do it for fun. I was always told I was funny, had a beautiful personality, so why not share it with the world? Her second question to me is, what are more to come to your YouTube channel? Gaming videos. I am working on my very first ever gaming video with playing Resident Evil 2. Not the remakes, because I can't stand the remakes. I just can't. I'm so sorry. But I'm getting that geared up. I just did a gaming intro for that, so you can tell which is which. So my videos like this will have its regular intro, and my gaming videos will have its own intro, so you can tell the difference. So besides that, that's what I'm working on behind the scenes. Her third question to me is, will you feature other YouTubers? When the time comes, yes, but as of right now, no, because I'm just a beginning YouTuber. But will I be featuring more people on the channel? Yes, indeed. I would love to show more people, like my sister Jasmine being for one, you being one, my brother with gaming videos, also along with my father with the gaming videos, and a lot of more friends that I had just to get together behind the scenes. So yes, to answer your question with that, yes and no, but when the time comes, yes. But more people, most definitely, y'all will see. Her fourth and last question to me is, when will you drop your first ever fashion video? Girl, I don't know when. When fashion come and find me. When fashion knock on that front door, pull up on me, because I promise you I don't got no style. Alrighty. Second person to give me some questions is Miss Ashanti Lewis. Hey, Ashanti girl. And she sent me 3 questions by voice memo, so we'll all have to listen. So here we go.
If you had to give somebody advice that was younger than you about a similar situations that you've been through in life, what would you tell them?
Okay.
If you had to give somebody...
We got it. If I had to give someone advice for similar situations I have been in, what would be the advice? Was her first question. And I wouldn't hate to say, my answer would be just to keep going. You're going to experience times where you don't want to get up and go and stuff like that, but getting up and going will make you a better and stronger person. Because I remember a lot of times I did not feel like going to school because I was getting tired of hearing everything that was getting thrown at me and stuff like that. And so, yeah, keep going, keep thriving, and don't let people get in your ears. That would be the answer to her first question. Her second question.
If you talk to
Wait!
your younger self,
This is her second question, so we all have to listen.
and your younger self said, I don't know how I'm going to press forward and overcome everything that's going on right now, what would you tell them?
All right. Her second question to me was, if I was to talk to my younger self and my younger self said they could not press on, what would be the best advice I would give them? Find your security person. My security person was my sister, which was Jasmine, which I already just answered her question. She was my security person. She was my therapist. She was my everything when I was growing up. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you talk to your mom about these things like that. And yeah, mamas will present that to you to talk to them, stuff like that. But you don't have that certain, you need a friend. You need a friend. I can't talk to my mama because, baby, I need a friend, mama. You're not going to be my friend. I need somebody that's going to make me feel good. So me and my sister, we were like this with our problems when it's time to talk. And it was so funny because even now we talk as adults and we bring our problems to the forefront, which is the best thing I can ask for. So find your security person and just start journaling about your emotions, because maybe one time you might want to hand your mom your journal so they can figure out what's going on. So yeah, keep that in mind, your security person and a good journal. Her third and final question is,
what do you feel like defines happiness for you, within you? And what is something, an event in life that showed you that it was better to walk away and love yourself more?
okay, the event will be my household in school. And what was the first part of the question?
What do you feel like defines happiness for you?
Okay, what defines happiness for me? We have to be all my family and friends. My family and friends has been the most happiness things to me, besides God, of course. But my family and friends is most definitely what makes me feel genuinely happy in life. Even if I'm in a bad time, I know if I just talk to one of them now, I will continue to prosper in life. Life might throw a hiccup at you, but I'll have to definitely say friends, family, and just talking to God. I promise you will be the best things I will bring you happiness and all. So thank you once again, Mr. Shanti Lewis and Jasmine. But as for my third person, I have Miss Taquanza Rose. And she sent me a long list of questions, so I'm so excited to see what she done thrown at me in my way. Her first question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? And so I'm going to go ahead and answer this question, because a lot of people say, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do I see myself in both those questions that a lot of people have to me is, I see myself getting closer to God and continue manifesting and praying ties, even to reach a new higher point. Reach a new higher point in medical, nursing, because that's my profession field. Continue living life with friends and families, and just hopefully we all stay together for a long, long time. I do not want to do a funeral, I promise you, because write a book, become a best-selling author at the age of 26, I guess. And have my YouTube channel thrive from new heights, bring new vlogs, new gaming stuff, and get all my YouTube equipment in settled. And last thing I would see myself in 5 years is just living in a lavish apartment with a nice car. And a nice apartment doesn't have to be something too extravagant or too big, but just something like that. That answers all y'all questions. So every time I say that question, I'm like, just cancel out. So her second question is, how did you feel about coming out? It was weird. We were sitting in it's not even a story time. The story time is real short. We were sitting in the living room. I think I was like, the 8th grade. We were sitting in the living room. A commercial came on TV. My dad was like, oh, she's pretty. Do you see yourself marrying her? I flat out said, my brain said, baby, it was time. Tell them. I said, you guys, I don't like women, I like men. The looks they shot at each other with the... Oh, baby, we knew. We were just waiting for you to say something. Girl, when I tell you I sat right there, I was so weird, and then Law and Order had the nerve to play. It was a marathon. I'll never forget them things. My mama loved a Law and Order marathon. Girl, I screamed, let me go to the bathroom. Went straight to the room. Am I still here? Like, weird. But thankful for it. It was weird, but I'm thankful. Her third question to me is, I skipped one. Have you set any goals for yourself and reached some? Yes and no. Well, yes and working on some. Yes, I started my YouTube channel, which was a goal of mine, and to be more consistent with it is something that I'm still working on towards. Losing weight is still something I'm working on towards now, but I'm putting my best foot efforts into it. Keeping and maintaining my apartment appearance and all I have, yes, even though I have some hiccups, that was definitely a goal. Move out was one too. So, yeah. Do I have more goals that coming up soon too? Of course I do. Her fourth question to me is, do you feel like you're misunderstood? Yes, but I would have to say, I always feel like I'm misunderstood by something I do. Because what I do will make you look at it like, oh, wow, this is kind of weird and stuff like that. So, yes, sometimes I do feel like I'm misunderstood. But a lot of times I do feel like I do bring it on to myself. So, Her fifth question to me is, do you want kids? Yes, if I meet the right man. But don't look like I'm doing it to John. We didn't do it, y'all. But, you know, Her sixth question to me is, what's something you prayed about heavenly and guided? My job at Providence. My job at Providence brought me so much joy. That's where I met my friend group that I have now. My friends that didn't change seasons on me, that I still rocking with towards his name. My Therese, Jataras, Cheyenne's, Breeze, Jamice's, Paige's, Carly's, Christina's, Jose's, Marissa's, all of them. And it's so funny because now that I look back at it, a lot of my friends that I clicked with, I was already working in the hospital when they came in. That was the best thing, that my personality was like, Jim, like, you know what? You will really give up about a big bucket pound, 6 figures, scrape somebody, so he, what? I was already in there. So yes, I prayed about getting in Providence and stuff like that, and it really worked out. Because I was going through a stretch when that had happened. I lost the first job, then I lost my man behind that. Girl, I was ready to call it quits. What's your relationship with your immediate family? Wonderful. All of them. I was blessed with 2 fathers. Mother still going. Sister, brother. Yeah, aunties, what's calling. We might have to tussle. We might have to tussle sometimes. But it's good. Got closer to being the favorite cousin status. Yeah, favorite cousin status. Can't peep that. So yeah, it's good. And her last question to me is, do you love me? Cause I love you, James. That I don't give a F about you is top tier. Yes, girl. You, your sisters, your grandmother, my best friend, of course, the pussy, will always have a special place in my heart, no matter what, honey. And that was all the questions from Miss Taquanza S. Rhodes. Answered. Thank you, girl, for being part of this video. Yes. Let's see what we have next on the list. And my next questions come from Isaiah Tyson, which is definitely a really good friend of mine. He is super sweet, super quiet, and I love that man. That's my boo. His first question to me is, how do you feel about family members that you've loaned money to but only pay you back half of what they owe? If it's a good family member like a mama, I'm okay with that. Let them pay you back in like half of what you owe, because sometimes life gets in the way and stuff like that. I understand that. If it's a good family member that you go by. If it's a bad family member, like you go by, like a random cousin and stuff like that, get your money back. Get your money back. Like 877 cash now, money back right now. Period. His second question to me is, how do you deal with messy coworkers that spread misinformation on reading too fast? Just deal with it, because most likely times the same people who talk shit about you, they get slapped right behind the head soon when they do that. Just continue to do your job and stuff like that, or it'll be the time where you're doing your job and they still doing it, and God gonna get you right out of there. Trust me, it might not be the way you expect it, but when it's God's time, oh, He got that meal ready for you, baby. He's gonna pull you to the dinner table. That's gonna be you pulling out. And his third and last question to me is, what is the most craziest thing that you have done that no one knows about? I do not know. I can't think of that often, because what craziest things I ever done? Damn, that's a good brain twist. That's a good question. Have I ever done anything crazy that was just off the wall, like wall to wall Chris Brown crazy? No, I don't think I have. I'm sorry, boy. I don't got no answer to that third question. If I do, I probably will do another one and I'll spin back on that question. So thank you again, Isaiah Tyson. Love you, boo, for the questions. And on my next one, we have Miss Andrea Radcliffe, my Bree. Her questions to me is, how do you feel about having the conversations of coming out with your parents? Weird, but thankfully, I finally did it. I finally confessed it that, yeah, I was gay. It was good, it was sweet, but I'm going to tell you a fun thing. My life with growing up was a movie, but my mama was the director behind the scenes. Because she told me years later when I was up in age that she had to do some stuff behind the scenes to make sure that my coming out was going to be accepted, if you get what I'm saying. So she played the director and I just played the star of What's Coming, which was fun because it's mother's intuitions. Yeah, girl, they been doing. I'm doing weird shit, so yeah, they been doing. But my mom was getting them some act right. She was like, "My baby come out. Oh, and if he is who he is, oh, let me go ahead and work some magic behind the scenes." Because my mom was a thug back in the days, baby. My mom was Frank Shizzle back in the days. But she saved. And her last question to me is, where does your big personality come from? My friends and family who are loving to me. I am like a vending machine, a bubble gum drop machine. If you put a quarter in, you'll get something out. If you put your love into me, you will most definitely get all my love back. And I share all my love with everyone as well. So if you put a quarter in my heart, you'll receive all my love. So thank you so much, my Bree, for giving me your questions, Miss Andrea Radcliffe. And next person I have on my list is Tremaine Yates, a good friend of mine from high school. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what else to say. His first question to me is, did you ever regret dating me? Well, we were exes. Let me just put that in there. Do you ever regret dating me? I'm gonna say yes and no. Because by this time we were young, dumb, and full of, the rhythm. If you're gay, you know the rhyme. But yeah, that was, we both played parts on our end that made the relationship kind of ugly. But we were young high schoolers, whatever. But I will answer this question, and I will dead this in the scene. Because he asked me this the other day, and I will be honest with myself. Will I ever see myself dating him again in my adult life? I will say yes, probably. I mean, I've been through the ringer with worse men. He wasn't really all that bad. He was just being a bona fide HOE when we were in high school. But would I date you again in our younger years? Yeah, I would. A lot of people are going to be pissed off by that. We're not pissed off. A lot of people won't be confused by it. I'm like, huh? Yeah, I said what I said. And I said what I said. His second question to me is, I already answered what I was going to do in 10 years, so that's already answered. What makes you happy? My friends and family, once again. He asked me his 1, 2, 3, 4. His fourth question is, what's the most important thing you've learned about your life? People will come and go. Things will come and go when the season is over. Yep. You're going to experience hardship, friend loss, job opportunities going, anything else. Because the season is done and it's over with. And it's okay to cry. And in my adult life, it's okay to cry. And it's not always okay to be strong. And seasons change and go, but then it'll always be something on the better end of that new season that was when the time was it for the old season to go. The new season will bring you a newer light and bring you some newer mistakes and lessons that you learn along the way. And another thing in life I learned is it's okay to make a mistake. No one's perfect, baby. And his last question to me is, I have to reword this. How was my plumbing job when I was your plumber? And I will have to say that if you can interpret what I'm saying into that, it will have to be risky. Fun, but risky. Yeah. The plumbing might be my plumber for that time. Because it's on YouTube, people. YouTube ain't for to demonetize me for which column. If you know the bed song, then you can easily get the gist. Thank you so much, Tremaine, for your questions. That was really nice that you had something to me. My next questions come from Miss Diamond Burks. She is one of the funnest co-workers I have ever met when I very first started off being a CNA with her, Summers, and I think her name was Jennifer. Because me, Jennifer, and Diamond was all the same age, and Summer was older than us. Hey, boo. Her first question to me is, what is your hidden talent or skills you have? I don't really have any hidden talents or skills that I know of, so I'm kind kind of boring. Oh, I can figure out something with computers. If that's a talent, I guess I'm kind of techie. Thank you. So her second question is, what is your biggest goal and aspiration in life? Write a book, probably get married to a right man, adopt one little daughter, continue my manifestation gods and paying tithes and keeping my family around. Them 5 things I want, okay? And I manifest that. Give it to me and get higher up in nursing and live not too luxurious. I can't really say because of country, but live well off enough. Keep that. Her third question to me is, what's one thing you want someone to remember about you? My big personality and my heart. And her last question is, what's one favorite thing about yourself? Once again, my personality. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Diamond, for your questions, girl. I hope you're doing fine. And to everyone who sent me these questions, thank y'all so much. And I love y'all down bad. But I'm going to have to pause this right fast. Hold on. So I'm going to come back, but hold on. I have to pause it because technical difficulties happening. Sorry for the step away. We was having some technical difficulties behind the scenes. I done stepped on the light, turned it off, and then my phone was dying. So anyway, we're back and time to finish the questions. My next and last question that I have from Messenger actually comes from Miss Jacayla Scott. And when I tell y'all, she shocked the mess out of me when she sent me this question. I was like, this is what I want other people to send me questions like. Jacayla Scott asked me, what is your body count? And I came up with the perfect number to summarize everything. 1. Yeah, because you don't get no bodies out of this. You don't get no coochie out of the queer. Like, what the? Yeah, you can't get none of that. Come put some Lulu on this butt. Yeah. The center of the universe just don't be giving up the galaxy like that. Let me stop before I get struck with one, because I heard it's not good lie. But my body count, if I was to put a number on it, for how many plumbers I had to unclog and clog. Ooh. That's kind of ugly. The ring light that made that look ugly. Yeah. We have to be 7. Believe it what you will. Believe what you will. Believe what you will. Can't get no coochie out the queen. Like, what the? Yeah. So thank you, Jacayla Scott, for that one question. Those are all my questions from Messenger. So now we finna head over to my little TikTok. And I'll probably put like the little TikTok logo and stuff like right there to figure out where all my questions are coming from. So we're going to go to little TikTok and answer my last little few questions that I have from TikTok. I'll turn my volume down. And here we go. The question from the 2 little questions I have from TikTok comes from Snap, aka Justin Jenkins, which is a beautiful man. If you ever see the man, I'm talking about, he's a firefighter. I'm about to light my apartment on fire just to see him, and I'm going to specially request him. I need his hose, his long hose to fill my job. So, Mom, you see me on the news, just know I am heavenly, okay? His question to me is top 3 Beyonce albums and top 3 songs from each. And I wrote this down on paper just for you. Okay, starting off with Sasha Fierce, because that is the most gay album of this history you have to know about. Beyonce album will be, my first one will be Sasha Fierce. It came with Halo, Videophone, Diva, Sweet Dreams, and Single Ladies. The gay anthem of that one, plus with Telephone. My second album from her will be B-Day, and my songs on there will be Deja Vu, Get Me Body, and Upgrade You. Excuse me. And my last album would have to, her last album that my favorite would be Beyonce's Beyonce, and that came with Partition, EXO, and Drunken Love. So what you will. Thank you. And my last question from TikTok actually comes from Kayla, and she gave me a good YouTube video she did. She said her question to me is, when did you have your first love and who was it? And then make a story time on my first love, which I am down to do. My first love, well, when did I have my first love? My first love, his name was DeCarlos. And we met back in 2019. I was 19 at the time when we met. We met back in 19, early 2020. And it was a beautiful sighting and stuff like that. I know two DeCarlos is not the one for Instagram. His name is Polnitz. He'll never see my video, so I can say his full name, DeCarlos Polnitz. And I was 19, he was 25, and his life lessons, girl, this is the what's called, I have learned to say, don't chase the man. Do not chase the man. But his life lessons of our whole relationship was spent of 3 years. And I'm definitely going to make a story time because it probably wasn't the best, but his advice did stick. So now, me being up in age in my 20s, I actually do see everything what he was saying that comes to life. Instead of me being a naive 19-year-old. He's the reason why I kind of got my first apartment. Because I wanted to show him that I was mature. So that's how that came about. And, you know, just how that was so fun. My last question, I think she's on here somewhere. Or do I have to go to like my inbox or something? Okay. I'm going to read a few of these girls because they're too long, but TikTok, still don't run with TikTok. They come from Sharika Long, a good friend of mine from high school. And she said, what is a weird combo? Her first question to me is, what is a weird food combo you secretly love? When I was growing up, I used to love cornbread and barbecue sauce. I used to basically eat everything with barbecue sauce because my favorite food is baked beans. Baked beans with macaroni and cheese, baked beans with cornbread, baked barbecue sauce, and that's how I became a barbecue sauce and cornbread type person. She said her second question is, if you could switch lives with any celebrity for a day, who would it be and why? I gotta think of the most richest person. Not Donald Trump. Mariah Carey. Or one of the Kris Jenner's, whoever. So I can wire me money and switch back. Period. Beyonce. Girl. Beyonce. Girl, scratch it. Beyonce. So I can wire me money. Beyonce. Jay-Z, if you trying to text me, get away from me. Her third question is, what's your most useless talent? What's the most useless talent you have? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not a talented person. She sent me a lot of good questions. She said, what's something people often understand and misunderstand about you? My personality, and when I get into relationships, my concept of love. They misunderstand it a lot. And then I realized I was misunderstanding it a lot, so I can't even blame that on them. She said, what's your guilty pleasure TV show or movie? As of right now, it has to be Totally Spies. I really just got back into watching Totally Spies, and that's really, really good. Just to wind down and lay down. But as well, I'm more on YouTube with streaming, with game streaming and stuff like that. I don't do all the streaming with DDGM, which kind of all this like weird energy. I can't. She said, what's been your favorite video to make so far? A vlogging video. Because I'm learning how to still bring jizz. She said, any embarrassing or funny filming bloopers that I have? No, but after this question, I did read this before, and I said I will start putting it in videos. Like I have to outtake and then put in and edit it and all of that. So I will most definitely keep that. And can't really answer that one because I'm just scrolling. What's something behind the scenes viewers don't see? The process of setting up the camera, vlogging and stuff like that in a public space. So, Sharika Long, thank you so much for all those little questions. I really had fun with hers because she sent the most. But it's time for me to move on to my last app and my last few questions of this Q&A video. And those are in my Instagram, which I probably once again will put right here and stuff like that. So y'all can see it. The app that I'm on. And these come from, my first questions come from Carlos, which I end up meeting, but we became good friends. He's a nurse now. Could y'all believe that? I had an opportunity to date a nurse. He said, what are 3 life goals? Oh, okay, well I already answered that one too many times. I'm answer one question. I can't say the other one which column because I don't know if it's gonna get YouTube which column, and that's like too much business info, so I can't definitely not doing that. So his first question was, what was your 3 life goals and what do you want to achieve in the next 5 years, which I already explained it. And his second question is, name some interests and hobbies I have. My interests and hobbies that I have is reading, writing, drawing, coloring, gaming, and watching a good TV show, hanging out with friends and all that, and picking up a new scent along the way, and just talking to someone new or trying anything like food related that's new, or just trying new things in general will be my biggest interest and hobbies. Thanks, Carlos, for those questions. I'm so sorry I couldn't answer one of them because it was just like that was too hard-headed. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. One question comes from Texas Bama, my girl Jonisha, Miss JoJo. I had the pleasure of working with her. Big boss, she just became an RN not too long ago, so I'm proud of you, girl. Her question to me, she only sent me one, her question is, what is your biggest regret in life? And my biggest regret in life is not applying pressure to a lot of things. I need to learn to start applying pressure to some things that I want, some things that I desire, and just being consistent with those. Even if it's behind the scenes, love life, someone I'm interested in, which kind of apply the pressure. Go ahead and do it because you'll never know. Apply pressure. That's one thing I do regret having. I mean, regretting like because I wouldn't apply pressure a lot of times, but I did. And my last question from Instagram comes from Star, which is my Tamar. And her questions for me her first question is, what it was like growing up in the South as a gay youth, and is there any other place you would have been easier to grow up in? To that question, I wouldn't know because I wouldn't know anywhere other places to grow up in if I was gay. I wasn't a traveler. And your first question, I would say it was definitely challenging. It was times I didn't want to get out of bed, go to school and stuff like that. It was times where I wanted to hit my family upside their head, just kind of not really getting at what I was trying to do, and just what's coming from it. But one thing I will tell a lot of people in youth that grows up like me, or even to now, is my mama told me a long while back ago, you're going to hear the same things over and over again when you're in school or even in life. And when I promise you, you're going to start just ignoring all the same things you hear, you're going to hear all the same things. You will always remain as the gay boy. The slurs. And that's the only thing they're going to have on you. So if people come across this video, I want you to know one thing now. The same people who talked about you in school years will be the same people who's going to have the worst adult life. Take it from me. When I was in high school, at Wisdom High School, them folks used to always talk about me. I was gay and stuff like that. They didn't realize that they was the ones getting talked about, just getting robbed, dogged the most. And all y'all had on me was I was gay. Baby, I was loving it. Because the only thing I had was I was gay. That was it. I was gay and I was feeling positive energy. Baby, that was going on with the same people. The boys! You get out of high school, you're gonna realize some of these boys are DL. They're down low. It's crazy. But at least I was out the closet. And that's all they had. Gay boys, you're gonna hear about the popular girls getting cheated on, cheerleaders, effing what's called football players cheating on their girlfriends having fights and all of that. What's called, while you being the gay boy, just sitting there getting your work done and getting the drama. Girl, life was good. But I still had like at least 1 or 2 people who picked on me, and I just couldn't do what's coming, because you're gonna be some crazy folks where you be like, yeah, I'm out of edge with this, and I can't defend myself with you because you might get shot or hurt really, really bad. But to everyone who send me these questions and stuff like that, I'm thankful for you just getting the time out your day, sending me these questions so I can answer for this new YouTube video. I know this might not be the perfect Q&A video, but later down the line, I'll probably do another one when I'm big and bigger on YouTube. But this one was just something I would like to sit down and do more. This is a sit down, calm, chill video that will be going out tomorrow. And like I said, I'm working on Resident Evil behind the scenes, so I definitely got that video coming. That's where all my fun stuff is going to come in, and my personality will shine. So thank you so much to Jasmine, Ashanti, to Juicy, Isaiah, Andrea, Bree, Tremaine, Jakayla, Diamond, Kayla, Sharika, Justin, D. Carlos, Star, and Jonisha for all your questions from all platforms. And if you have more questions that you want to send me, or even just get to know me, or even just want more of me, follow me on all my social medias, my TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and just try to connect with me and figure out what I do behind the scenes and what I might have coming in behind the scenes. I especially say go follow me on TikTok, because that's where I was coming. And I'm probably gonna put my Facebook on there too, because I do a lot of flip-flop first. But once again, everybody, I'm Figure Store editing this video, and this is the Center of the Universe, James Causey, signing out. And to everyone who's going to watch this video, please become a subscriber so you can join the galaxies. You see what I did there? Did you see what I did there? I gave y'all a name. So like this video and subscribe. I'm through with y'all. And if y'all don't want to subscribe, I'm done with you, because I see the analytics. I might not be popping and famous, but just subscribe, please. I'm begging. Subscribe, please. Like, I'm really begging. And I at least want to be famous on YouTube, even if it's not for the money. At least give me a bronze plate thing that they give. Okay, love you guys. Bye. I'm gonna get out y'all face now. Bye.